Place. Day one. I literally just got out of the theater watching A Quiet Place, Day One, which is written and directed by Michael Sarnowski from a story he developed with John Krasinski, who you may remember from A Quiet Places 1 and 2. I just looked it up and Michael Sarnowski wrote and directed Pig. That movie's really good. But what about this movie? The third in the Quiet Place franchise. It is fine. It's fine. It is a fun monster movie thriller, a good way to spend the afternoon if you want some jump scares, if you love the Quiet Place movies, and if you just generally think there's too much talking in movies, but not enough like loud bangs, loud, just in your face, gotcha moments, jump scares. If you're fine with jump scares, if you don't like talking but you like jump scares, this movie is for you. No, but seriously, it's a perfectly fine way to spend an afternoon in the theaters. Both Lupita Nyong'o and Joseph Quinn are talented actors that make for compelling leads, and Djimon Hounsou does what he does best, absolutely shining in an underwritten role. He's so good. Let's give him better things to do. But here's the thing. I'm not entirely convinced A Quiet Place was ever meant to be a franchise. You know what I mean? I think the first Quiet Place was compelling in the same way a good Twilight Zone was. Here's an interesting, kind of creepy sci-fi premise. How do these characters exist in this world? How does this impact them? Here's some thrills. Here's some chills. One, done, we're out. If I remember right, there weren't a lot of sequels to Twilight Zone episodes. And I think this is a good example as to why, because the more time we spend in this universe, the less convincing it gets. Like, I thought the monsters were utilized really well in the first movie, but they're not terribly compelling. They hear sound, they smash thing that makes sound. There's not much more to it than that, and each movie utilizes the monsters more, and their whole deal becomes less and less believable. Like, what sounds trigger them and what sounds don't becomes increasingly arbitrary. Like, there'll be a loud clanging thing that they don't react to, but if you rip your shirt, oh my god, you're out of here. And also, it can't be overstated, the monsters are like super loud. They're so loud, but they don't react to their own sounds. And I don't mean like, okay, so maybe you could say they're the noises they make, the little shrieks or whatever, they know, but they're like banging things and throwing things and crashing things. If sound hurts them, which I guess is what we're supposed to understand is happening, it is clear that it's not food-based. They're not hunting prey. They just don't like sound. But then wouldn't they be bothered when the other ones go slamming around? Again, the first movie almost works like a fable, so it doesn't really matter. But like 3 movies deep, these inconsistencies start to add up. But if you can let all that go, the movie does have some really cool sequences and solid performances like I mentioned before. So those are my thoughts right after seeing A Quiet Place Day One. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you looking forward to this movie? If you've seen it, what did you think about it? How do you feel about the Quiet Place movies? Let me know in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, share, you know the deal, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.